today's going to be a vacuum save video. These are all hoovers I've got this week. I've got quite a bit, so I hope you enjoy this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and do all you think. First one I got was a Dyson DC33. Got this for free because it's just been used for DIY and she didn't tell me if it runs or whatever. But as you can see, it's either paint that's sucked up, which it feels like, so it's had paint sucked up with it, the poor thing. And as you can hear, it's got a lot of grit and all sorts inside it. So hopefully it runs. It comes with both its tools. The stair tool, which should clean up quite well, with the litter pickers. It's not snapped or nothing, which is good. And the combo tool, which slides straight off. This should clean up quite well. Got the U-bend bit. It's definitely sucked up paint, which isn't a really good thing, but it shouldn't be that hard to really clean. As you can see in here, just before I turn it on, yeah, there's screws and all sorts in that. So it's definitely been used. What's the bottom like? The bottom's fairly clean. It looks like it's got a load of obviously DIY stuff all on it. Paper, plastic, filters. Just by looking in there, it's, yeah, the filter is definitely probably gonna need to be replaced, if anything, because that don't look very healthy. The motor looks like it's okay, you just don't know until you turn it on. The carbon filter, doesn't smell burnt out, but there is a mass amount of carbon in there, so it might have burnt out. But new motor and a service if it needs it. The hose is yellowed, so we'll have to have a look at this hose quickly. Very yellowed, but hopefully through the washing machine that should be fine. No satisfying click from it. Shall we see if this one runs? No suction. That was in. So it works. It's just very clogged up. So this should clean up quite well. Drop a comment down below if you want me to do a how-to and a before and after of this machine. I have loads more to show you, so we'll wrap the lead up on this one. This is vacuum 1 out of God knows how many. These are all ones that I've got for free from my area, and there's one that I got from a collector, which I did pay for. So that one works. A Henry, I picked him up yesterday. He was on someone's bin. This one, I was told that it just doesn't work. So, as some orange thing, which I can only assume that it probably don't work because it's not been done up properly or something. Should we have a look on the inside? Underneath seems quite spotless. The motor seems fine. You've got the filter. That should clean up quite well. No bag, but probably did have a bag before it was thrown out. Wheels don't seem to have that much use. So this should be quite nice to clean up. Not as if I've got enough Henrys. Henrys are just covered by everything else. Shall we see if he works? He did not come with no attachments at all. There's a light. Ooh. Has the motor gone? There is a light. the first Henry that has actually died this year from being picked out of the rubbish. So he was wired properly, but there's just no power. So we'll get him running at some point. Next one, I've got a DC-14. Got this one yesterday for free. I found that, I was picking this up yesterday, and I wrote back, and then that's when I saw the Henry. So hopefully this works. In there the filter's dirty and just a general dust, as you can see. This one was probably used for DIY as well, because it's the time of year where people are going to start using their Dysons for DIY. Underneath has had quite a bit of work. The hose doesn't seem to have any rips, just needs a good clean if anything. Let's see if this bad boy runs. The hose seems to be quite clean. It has the bottom bracket. Let's just check the openings. Nothing in there. That's good, so that's not clogged. Nothing in there. It looks like it's done some building work. There's a great lump of rubbish up at the entrance. It has a strong smell of burning, and the bottom doesn't sound very healthy, but I think that might be either just the smell of a load of carbon dust in the carbon filter and the actual base plate's not been put on properly. So fingers crossed it should work. Did get another DC-14, which was the church's, and they want me to fix it. So I'm going to make one good DC-14 out of the pair for them. This was a DC-14 from the church, which I believe does run. No, just burnt out. Okay, so that's the church's Dyson. Doesn't like to run. So we'll have to have a look at that for them. But we might make one good one out of these two, we don't know yet. Shall we go on to this mega big Vax that I was given? I've got the hose and everything for it. Got all the floor head, main hose. And shall we just undo it and just see if it runs? Because I haven't tested none of these, except that church's one, which was running the other time, and now don't want to run. Drop that down there and see. Down. That just spit out a load of crap in my face. Just lovely. What's the chances it's being used bagless? What's the filter up here like? Oh, it's got a blower port. It's not bad. Don't tend to see blower ports on these Vaxes, so that's not a bad idea team for it. Let's open this side. There's the massive top piece, almost as if it's a Henry really. Shall we see if it's been used bagless? And yes, it has. I don't think you're supposed to use bags in these really anyway, so I'm not overly bothered about that. So that has a good clean. It's got a big paint mark at the top, but to be honest that should be fine. I don't know if these are rare or something. I don't see these ever, so Comment down below if you think these vaxes are rare or if they're just a standard vax that everyone just throws out. It's a made in China vax. I don't know what year these are from, but it looks as if it would be a good vac to someone who needs one for car valeting or something. So it comes with a majority of its tools. It just needs a dusting brush, which is just a standard 30mm. The standard one is what a Henry would come with. So I think it's a 35mm or something. So that won't be hard to really source. So that's the Vax. Wet and dry 1400 watt. Got a good entrance bit. Very dusty and needs a really good clean, but quite lightweight. Should go on to the Henry. Well, I wouldn't say Henry, but I got this from a collector and a YouTuber, Robin. Hello, I'm Robin. Got it from that guy. And I bought it off him. Came the other day. It's got the swivel casters. This will be a part for my collection. It needs to be put back together with all the wiring and all sorts it needs for it, which I'm happy enough to do that. I haven't really opened it yet. You've got the main bit, which is actually in quite good condition actually. It hasn't got an original filter, but it's got a brand new pneumatic filter, which I will do. And then this is the motor. I need to put all the motor together, but it shouldn't be that hard to really do. That seems like that would go on there. But that's the motor in an MV300. Is there any carbon? There's carbons inside of it. So this will be a little project. I do need to sort out all this fan and all sorts. But it's an original pneumatic one. Labelled pneumatic. And then you have the fans, which are fairly clean. You have a top seal and the bottom seal and another seal. A t-shirt. Don't know what that's for. Then we got a bag, little old baggie. We'll replace that bag. Then we have all these bits for the motor. I will need to get a nut, but I've got a massive pot of nuts underneath the desk. But in there ain't all that bad. But I only wanted it because it looks quite nice. So fingers crossed it runs. If it does run, that will be perfect. If it doesn't run, I'll just chuck a motor inside of it, or have a look on eBay or something to see if one pops up. It's really rare to find one, but I need to redo this whole fan case. But other than that, it will be put back together and work perfectly once I've finished it. Respray a couple parts on it. The rubber's fine on it. Need to get a couple screws for it and all sorts. And one hole, but as long as it all holds on, that's all I'm bothered about really with this. I only wanted it because it's such a rare machine, an MV300. You never see these about. Well, if you do, they go for a lot of money, so that's one that I've got to do up. So that one will be done up, and then I've got a massive bag of cordless hoovers that someone just gave to me. So from this one, you can tell it's a hoover, which, as you can see up there, I saw it when I got it. There's a massive clog up there, and from this end as well. So I've got that one. They gave me a bag of tools for it, brand new tools, never used. and a charger for it, and a bag that probably came with it. They gave me the main hoover itself, which works. Yeah, it picks up all that. What's the filter like on? Shall we have a look? The filter's kind of clean, just very dusty, so I'll say get that a good clean, and that should run okay. So that's a hoover that I was given, which all just clicks together like this. It all just slides in like a Dyson. They're not as good as a Dyson, and they won't be, but one good thing with hoovers is they do stand up, but they will knock you out if you're not careful. And then we've got some, it's that a Dyson V6 Total Clean, I take it, which is just coming out. I got this one given to me 2 days ago from a local village. Comes with the fluffy head, the little turbine head, the main machine, and I believe there was a bag full of bits for it as well. Where did I put that bag full of bits? Right, yeah, here we go. I'll just throw them all in. So you got the charger, a Dyson upright part, a little spinny brush for the cylinders, the wall bracket, a bent end for a thingy but being very chewed up by a dog. Comes with another one of those Dyson upright bits. And then quite a rare tool actually for Dyson. It's a Dyson drawing DC24 multi-tool. Also for the hoover, I did get the wall bracket for the hoover, and I did get the original instructions with the original screws for it. So it can't be that old. So yeah, I got this Dyson. Does it show any signs of life? No. It is flashing though, so it might just need a good charge. Filters look okay, in there is clean. It don't seem to have that much use. It was left in a garage. And then a second Dyson I got, the Dyson V6, which obviously looks like it's been used for DIY as well. Don't know if you can see the specs on it. This came with that Dyson DC33. It works fine. So it's just a filter and a new battery. I did get the head for it, which is very painted and missing the bottom bit. Wonder if that runs. If that runs, that will be in. No, that don't run. It don't want to run. And there's no tension on it, so even if it's just solid as a normal cordless. And then I've got the main pole, which is all damaged and everything, which I will not do nothing with except bin that and replace the pole. But yeah, after all that, that's all the stuff I got today, yesterday and the day before. And I think that was a pretty good haul for all the cordlesses. You would go on eBay and you'll probably pay about a $1 for all these, so I've done quite well with it all. But if you've liked the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and have a great day.